Hey everybody, and welcome back to Draugen. So, I feel like the game is just about done with. And I've just managed to fix the issue with the game breaking all the time, every time I start it up. And that also caused all my settings to get reset. So I have not been noticing that the subtitles have been turned off. So, do apologize for that. I know that helps some people. It's all fixed now. Unfortunately, as I said, it's fixed at the end of the game.
Are you up? Come outside. It's a beautiful day.
Alright, Lizzie. I'm here.
Had your noodle juice yet?
I might be weaned off this stuff.
Boo. Don't lose your taste for tea, old fruit. It keeps you human.
Why do you call it noodle
we have
juice?
Unfinished business.
Okay, we do.
The final piece of the puzzle.
Ruth.
Come on. Let's go back to where it started. We
Uh,
have an appointment with a ghost.
to where? The cliffs? Where she died? You want to tell me where we're going?
Lissy. Nothing.
Okay, you're just gonna do, you're just gonna teleport me there. That's good.
Such an amazing view, isn't it? And the air.
It is a pretty nice view. Honestly, I think since
That sure is something.
I'm trying to talk here, Lizzie.
What did you want to show me?
Come sit down.
Well, hold on. Let me talk to the viewers first. So, part of the fix to, well, the fix, not part of the fix, the fix to prevent the game from crashing every time I turned it on was to update my graphics settings and like the graphics drivers, and that's kind of weird because the graphics drivers were as of like December and it's January now, so they weren't too old, but maybe I'm making things up, but it seems like it's made the game even more pretty. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Zoom in over at the waterfall and the little water mill. I mean, the water texture is a little crap, but the mountains in the distance and those clouds, absolutely beautiful. Please don't throw me off the cliff, Lizzie. If you throw me off the cliff to my death, I will hate you for the 5 seconds it takes
Why
me
did we come here, Teddy?
to reach the bottom.
Grovik. Well,
What if he thinks the answer is simple and logical, conversation in a public place, a name subconsciously registered? Elizabeth may be a specter, he thinks, but she still has power over me. He was drawn here as this place has an ethereal weight. No, I think you overheard the people that sent the letter, the people from Boston, and you came here because of that. It was just a random occurrence.
letter to Frederick.
The one you found in his safe. From Boston.
I may have overheard a conversation somewhere, paid it no attention, but the name stuck. And Betty... And I spun a story around it that put us on this path.
Do you really believe that? I mean, how often are you around people?
Okay, it's because Grovik needed someone to solve its issue?
Some places have gravity.
What are you saying? Gravewick's gravity pulled us across the Atlantic Ocean?
Grovik. No, I'm not saying that. That's irrational.
But you believe it, don't you? That we were summoned to tell their story.
No, I believed that we just overheard a conversation. You're the one that said, no, that wasn't it.
To find my sister.
But Betty's not. She was never here. It doesn't make sense.
I'm a man of science. I don't know what to believe.
And yet, here we are. All three of us.
Is this what you wanted to show me?
I wanted to be close to her. Do you believe in ghosts, Edward?
You know I don't.
Well, you've been chasing one for years.
That's different.
What about me? Us.
You're not ghosts, you're alive.
Fair enough. So what really happened to Ruth?
An accident. So much misery is entropic. He knows chance events that cascade into an accidental avalanche that destroys people or murder. She must have been killed, thinks Edward. It can't all have been because of an accident. No, it was definitely just an accident. I mean, Simon didn't do it.
I believe it was an accident.
How? What happened?
She fell.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Alright, she ran from the mine and came here. And then... was she afraid? What made her run?
A nasty crow. Death often comes without purpose and intent, he thinks, like a cloud in front of the sun. The girl ran from something, from someone. He still believes this because of the alternative. I mean, they already mentioned something about the mine and what they found, and she was finding things in the mine, so maybe there was something scary in the mine.
Something spooked her.
She saw Betty and... no, that's impossible. It was someone, or something else. So she ran here. Why not home? She couldn't go home. Or she didn't want to. She felt safe here. This was her happy place. And then... if only Ruth had wings, like an angel, she could have flown straight to heaven. I hope she's at peace. And with God. Do you think that's where everyone's gone?
You know... Let's see what the options are. Gone. He has no faith in an afterlife. He saw into his mother's dead eyes. He saw the gunshot wound in his father's head, and he knew even then that heaven is a lie. Or Edward believes there's only darkness after death, but strange as it may seem, Alice has her own beliefs, and it feels almost cruel to deny her those. Yeah, it's really weird because she's already said that we were a heathen and we don't believe, but somehow the voice in her head, oh god, it's whoa, over here. She's already said that she believes, but she's a figment of our imagination. So maybe somewhere deep down we do believe, or we still have the hope for belief, because we're keeping it inside Alice, if not in our conscious memory. So maybe, yeah, maybe Edward does believe a little.
Heaven? They're dead. I don't know what that means. Maybe there is more. I can't stop you from hoping. You'll never know what happened to everyone in Grovik.
We tried our best. We'll remember them. All of them. Maybe that will give them some peace in the afterlife. Could this be your book, Edward? The one you've been wanting to write? A story about people who are isolated, left behind by the world. You can give them all a proper ending, with no annoying loose threads. Edward, is that...
Boat?
Hey, boat!
How?
Who cares? Let's catch it before it sets out on another adventure.
Alright, let's go get it.
I don't understand how this can be.
Draugen got tired of sailing around in it and brought it back to us.
It must have been the wind.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, teddy bear.
Okay,
Blouse, while the weather's still good.
No, let's talk a minute.
My suitcase.
So get a wiggle on, old boy. I'm going to say my goodbyes to all the things. I don't think we'll be back. Meet you at the house.
My goodness. Righty-ho. No rush. We have all day.
Okay, so is this the chance that I could just go do whatever I want? And just sit here and ponder? Yeah, we've already drawn that. Thank you. So let's talk. So this game is in 1923. I mean, so freaking beautiful. So freaking beautiful. This game is 1923, and I don't really know what happens in Norway in 1923. I mean, we're in between world wars, I assume, if I remember my history. I do think... Oh, let's not look at that. I mean, we know that a lot of people in the town died. Some of them were apparently murdered. Well, at least one of them was murdered. Simon was murdered. Mrs. Fretlin died, maybe because her daughter died, maybe because of an unrelated incident. But, I mean, so there's a possibility that, if you'll let me indulge as I just wander through this beautiful landscape, I mean, there's a possibility that the town, like, turned on each other, and they all ended up, like, killing each other, but we would think we would have some record of that. Because only if, like, there was mention of traitors, does that mean that Frederick killed them all? And he just put that on there? Traitors? Rather than murdered? He thought his son, Simon, was murdered, but everyone else was justifiable homicide? That he intended to kill them, so because they turned on him? Or is it something else? Like they said the curse, right? So I can't go back up here anymore, huh? That's too bad. I kind of wanted to go see the mine again, even though it's collapsed. But what about just natural occurrences? So according to... It's 2020, and according to all the memes on the interwebs, there was, there was a plague, an epidemic in 1820. There was a plague in the 1920s, and that, insinuates that there's going to be a plague in the 2020s, where we are today. I thought that was a skeleton. I mean, you could go inside. You don't have to close the door. So, could it be that we are just seeing the results of something like the Spanish flu? Did all the town get sick? And they died of something else entirely? Look, that looks like a meat cleaver. No matter what you say, that thing on that shelf looks like a meat cleaver. So, I'm just going to talk and move and see if there's anything out here. I mean, he did say we have all day. There's no rush. So, I mean, maybe the town just got a bad flu and they all died. And because they were... Hey, there's goats! Goats! Have you guys been here all the time? The whole time? Jeez, guys. I really feel like you guys should be not closed up. I mean, if there's no one in the town left, you should be roaming free, not encased in a fence. So, but I can't let you out. I'm sorry. I would if I could. Sorry, guys. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So the flu. So maybe they just all got sick and died, and because they were, the people in the town were expecting a curse, they just assumed that the flu was the result of a curse. It's possible. Now the game did let me kind of go off path here for a little bit. Is there anything over here? Am I going to get myself completely stuck and unable to progress? Yep. Oh, hello, rock. Right in my face. Appreciate that. Church. Did we at least cover up this poor old lady? Or man, or what? Yeah, okay, we did that. We did a good job there. Way to go, us. Can we just leap to our death? Would be the poor ending for Edward. Hey, we've solved the mystery! Sort of. Let's leap to our death. Well, excuse me. Are we supposed to be able to do this? Are we supposed to be able to boundary break? Let me boundary break a little bit more, you jerks. I'm definitely gonna get stuck here. Oh no, this is the back entrance to the hangman. Okay. So it's not boundary break. That was intentional. But we may not be able to get back up that way. Okay, there we go. So, you know what? I'm gonna go with Spanish flu as my canonical ending to what happened in the town. And we haven't seen this draw spot. Oh, let's draw the church. Let's see the church. Come on, change the view. Come on. Well. Can you change the view again? Just like from Edward's position? Not behind him? No, I didn't want to see his front. I said from behind him. That's complete opposite of what I asked for. Thank you. Here's our journal. All the little drawings we've done. Betty! 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 I was kind of expecting to get a achievement there. I would expect there to be achievement. Get all the drawings, but maybe we haven't seen all the drawings. Just like we missed that one, maybe there was another one we didn't spot. Or more than one. I'm sorry, goats. I'm just going to ignore the fact that we're leaving you to possibly starve to death in a little pen. Especially when the winter comes. Because it's October now. And you're going to freeze to death, but we won't be here to save you. So, terribly sorry, old beans. I'm just taking the very scenic route. Hope you don't mind my indulgence here. And completely looking at the absolute beautiful surroundings. Absolutely gorgeous. Nice sod. Love the sod roofs. That's S-O-D, not S-A-W-E-D, by the way. I'm sure you understand. Surprised we never got in the cellar. Why would they? Oh, okay. Is this a drawing location? Hey, that's a drawing location. Have we gotten this one before? I don't remember. I guess we did not get that one before because it's new. Just when you thought you've seen everything in the game, they throw something like that at you. Okay, I'm coming. Is this where the game gives us the super twist? Is this the super twist ending? Where we walk in to get our suitcase and someone's here to greet us? Okay, the game auto-saved. Can we go upstairs? I know our bag's not upstairs, but can we just say goodbye to everything? Goodbye, bust of a man. Goodbye, Victrola. Goodbye, piano. Goodbye, crib. Goodbye, Ruth's drawings. Place the doll. Oh. That's a nice touch. Achievement unlocked. To Ruth from Edward. Oh, how nice. Rest in peace, Ruth. Wherever you are. Just how absolutely freaking beautiful. It's a great looking game. A little awkward at times. A little predictable, the twist ending. Well, I don't know, we're not at the ending, but the twist about Alice. But you can't say it's not beautiful. Alright, let's go downstairs and go get our bag.
Come on, Teddy. Pack your things. I'll meet you by the boat.
Do you never sit still?
Don't be a wet blanket. Let's make like the wind and get out of here.
Well, goodbye. You think we should, like, leave a note? I mean, shouldn't we write something? Should we tell... I guess we can tell the police when we get back to Oldesund or Bergen, but shouldn't we leave a note in this area to say, hey, by the way, make sure you check on Mrs. Fretland, who's upstairs mummifying in her bed. Pack your clothes. Look at yourself in the mirror. Pick up the dress form? Pick up the mannequin? Oh, pick up the pin. What do we look like? Do we still look like an old haggard Harry Potter? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we don't need that anymore. Yeah, there you go. Good boy, Edward. There you go. Making some real progress with this trip, Edward, my boy. Goodbye, Betty, not Betty. You said you were going to meet us out by the boat. We didn't check the kitchen, right? Is there anything left to do in the kitchen? We could eat some of this delicious ham. Just definitely gonna rot. Goodbye, Norwegian flag. Back to the boat.
Come on, let's go. Row, Teddy, row.
Actually, you remember, Lizzie, when you said, why do we have to leave? Can't we just stay here? Can we just stay here? Do we have to go back? Why do we have to leave?
The water's still cold.
It's a fjord, Lissy, and it's almost winter.
There'll be snow when we get back to Hanover.
The house will be warm.
Are we going to be all right, Edward?
I think so.
Goodbye, church. Achievement unlocked. Goodbye to all the things. Hey look, there's a guy named Simon that worked on this. That might have been a little awkward. Nicholas Bolton as Edward, Sky Diva Bennett as Lissy, Jane Perry as Betty, and the Entity. Okay, so the Entity must be the name of the angel. So now that the score died down, a few names up, there was some guy named Martin Brusgord, something like that. Wasn't that the name of the tobacco? Was it like Brusgord's Tobak in the window of the general store there? It's weird that there's a Norwegian translation. I mean, this game is based in Oslo. They needed someone to... the development studio is based in Oslo. They needed someone to translate to Norwegian for them. Anybody we recognize on the special thanks to? No, not even special thanks to you, the dear player. Come on, well, special thanks to you, the dear watcher of this episode, and this series, and this channel. Thank you very much. That creepy brooch with the weird serpent thing and the weird Draugen face on it. Edward and Alice will return. Okay, well I hope so because I enjoyed it. It's a nice narrative-driven, story-rich, atmospheric, beautiful game. I'd love to see what they do next. But honestly, I don't know where you go from here. I mean, can they go do other mysteries? I mean, it said return to title, but also they're still rowing and humming. So, What happens if we don't? What if we just leave it at a black screen for a little bit? Do they eventually come back? Said Edward and Alice will return. Did they mean like 30 seconds from now? No, we just get the humming. Okay. I got you. Back to the main menu then. Back to the title screen. Honestly, don't remember ever seeing that anytime I've opened the game. Neither have I seen any of these things. Nice little weird splash at the end. Well, I suppose that's it then. We are finished with Draugen. A nice little diversion. Beautiful game. So what will we play next? I think I have a feeling, but you'll just have to check in next time and see what happens. You know, subscribe to the channel to see what's coming up next. Alright. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. And I do hope to see you again next time.